Hello, welcome to the Freak Show. Bumpy Nick Squiggums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I take another first look, this time at Rogue Empire by Portal Entertainment, and it released onto Steam Early Access January 19th, 2018. But don't worry, I didn't have this for a very long time. I actually just got this like the day before yesterday or something like that. I got to play around with it for about an hour, got to have some fun. I think this is going to end up being a first look mini-series because, I don't think I'm going to die in one episode, and I just want to play it a little bit more. So we'll see. Anyhow, we're going to hop in, we're going to play. It is really, really fun from the little bit of time I did spend playing it, so I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so, as it stands, there are currently 2 campaigns, and then kind of a free-for-all, do whatever you want type situation. So real quick, it's Echos' campaign is a 20-level dungeon adventure with 2 bosses in which you play as a human warrior named Echos. As, you know, we get to pronounce it just like that with the and all that, it's fine. This campaign is not necessarily easy, but it has no open world, and it is recommended for a first playthrough, but we're not going to do that because, I don't know. I want to save it for later and do it at a later date, so there you go. Then we have the Dawn of Shadows, which is, of course, the main campaign of the game, as it says right there. This campaign up to this version features several dungeons, multiple bosses, and a world map to explore. And of course, on this campaign, you can choose your race and your class. We're going to go to the Challenge Dungeon. The Challenge Dungeon is a game mode where you dive into an infinite dungeon. In addition to normal dungeon difficulty progression, each level a random challenge is stacked to the dungeon, making each level more and more difficult. So that sounds like a good, quick, and easy way to die. I am not into dying. Or am I? Alright, so we're going to be a man. I'm not into dying. That's not what we're going to do. But this is the easiest difficulty. Enemies will have less overall health than normal. You'll generate 20% soul essence, or 20% slower for soul essence. And you start the game with a Ring of Resurrection. I don't know what soul essence is, but that's a thing. I make my own luck, which is exactly what we're going to be playing as. It's the normal. It's the way the game was intended to be played. Permadeath is on, you generate everything at normal rate, enemies have the right amount of health, and then I will eat dragons for breakfast, and then poop out dragon eggs, and whoa, make a dragon egg omelet. That's weird. Sorry. It's the hard mode, right? So enemies have more health, you generate essence at double the speed, and again, permadeath is on. So, we're going to make, you know what? We're going to do a first look. Let's go and get ourselves murdered by terrible, awful things. Why not? Alright, so we have, it looks like a total of 7 choices for our wonderful, wonderful races. Now, I'm not going to go through all the descriptions and all that other stuff. That will be when we play the game once it fully releases. I don't have a release date yet. I also think I kind of stumbled on the word release, but it's fine. We're going to pretend like it didn't happen. Anyhow, we have the Evinskian, possibly. I don't know how to pronounce it. It looks like some sort of cat people. And just real quick, cat folk. Yep. We have the elves. We know what elves are. We know what dwarves are. We know what humans are. We have a pretty good idea. Trolls are essentially a replacement for orcs, and they're bigger and stuff, but essentially they're orcs, right? Or at least that's what it seems. Then we have the Naga people, which are like snake serpenty type of peeps. And of course the Otwok. I guess that's how you say it. I don't know. But they are, I think, plant people? They are plant-like. So yeah, they're like plant people. Which is interesting. We're going to go with the dwarves. We're going to play as a dwarf, because dwarves are awesome. Their exclusive traits are +1 damage reduction from any source, +1 additional reduction every 12 levels. Nice. +3 to initial strength and constitution. And they are sturdy people. They make very good fighters. Living in the city's underground, dwarves are a very territorial and somewhat distrusting race. However, once a dwarf considers someone a friend, they will be very honorable and open to them. They are renowned across the lands. Renowned, something. Anyway, for their great resilience in battle, shrugging blows very easily. So, let's do it. Alright, we can be a warrior, a hunter, a mage, an assassin, or a druid. Warrior. And we're going to be called Dorf The Dwarf. I like it. Alright, let's go. Oh, I already have the... Oh, I tried this earlier, by the way, guys and gals. I did basically the same thing. And I was having recording issues and sound fluctuations. Yes, I want to override it. Of course I do. Essentially, the music, if you notice it, is really, 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 really faint right now. but once we get into the game, it's actually going to be at a more normal level. I was having some serious sound issues. Alright, so let's begin. Alright, we can move around with, I think, the numpad. We can move around with the arrow keys, or we can use our mouse. I'm going to make a kind of a combination of mouse and keyboard. A lot of it's going to be the mouse. I know, I'm a scrub noob. Deal with it. Alright, so I'm going to move up here. I'm going to pick up this weapon. It's a steel hand axe, and then I'm going to pick up the steel buckler. There's a rat coming down to kill me. And that's going to be somewhat problematic because he's actually going to get upon us while we're equipping stuff. I'm totally wrong. He didn't do that at all. I was a complete liar to all of you. Alright, so I want to point out that we just waited, and I believe we've waited 2 times now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually step down. Alright, so this is our normal lightly packed. You carry very few items with you. This has the following effects. Plus 15% speed and plus 30% agility modifier. Cool. You are healthy. Good. Alright, so normal attack, we would just attack him right now. If we wait 1 turn, we get what this is right here. It's the prepared bonus. Waiting in place for 1 turn results in an 80% bonus to physical damage done. Pretty good. So we're going to hit this guy. We don't really need the bonus damage for that, but it's pretty useful. And if you're able to wait for 2 turns, you get a 100% increase. So, pretty cool. Alright, we're going to walk around on this over map here and just kind of, by the way, if you hit M, there's a map. You can also zoom really far out and you can zoom back in. So, yeah, a lot of options on how to play and move around. I do apologize, my voice is a bit strained today. It was a long day at work and I'm quite wiped out. But I wanted to get this going. I really had fun playing it, so I'm definitely eager to showcase it. I've been following this game for, I want to say, about a year. If not more, on Twitter, and I finally got my hands on it, so I'm pretty stoked. It's a lot of fun. It's one of the few roguelike games where I don't just instantaneously die, which is a rare and a beautiful thing. I die a lot by a lot of things. I stopped being lightweight. No! Why? Uh-oh. He gonna hit me. It gonna hurt. It didn't hurt that bad. Alright, so here's a whole bunch of stats I'm gonna throw in your face. You got your name, your race, your class, your gender, your birth, your age, your weight, your height, and all that stuff. And all these stats, so there's a lot of information there for you. A lot of it probably doesn't matter that much, like the age and all that stuff. Probably doesn't really matter, but that's fine. However, you got your hit points over here. You got HP regen per turn. You have arcane threads. I don't even know what that means. Represents the maximum amount of threads to the arcane world. The caster uses these threads to tap into the arcane world and cast a spell. Still not sure what that means, but we don't actually cast spells as warriors, so that's a thing to be aware of. So some of the interesting things, more interesting stuff I want to draw your attention to, seems to be mostly in the defense tree here, if you will. So dodge chance, and block them out, that all makes sense. Then you have A coverage and A mitigation. Now the coverage is a little bit interesting because essentially it's a chance that an enemy attack will hit any part of your armored gear. And basically it represents the amount of armor on your body, how much of your body is covered. Right now only 9% of our body is covered, therefore only 9% of the time will an attack hit our armor. And then we get to see how much of a mitigation when you do get your armor hit, how much you'll do. So say something did 100 damage, it would do 11.5% essentially. So 11.5 damage less, or 11.45 damage less if it hit our armor. So, kind of cool. Sorry about that, folks. The final super important stat I want to point out is the Satiation Level. And essentially, it's basically how well-fed you are. Could be called well-fed. It's a lot easier to say than satiation, which apparently I occasionally struggle with, I guess. Just figure that out right now. It's fine. Anyhow, essentially, if you drop below the 0%, you will start losing hit points. So you have to keep eating food. We have rations, we'll find apples and things laying around. I know there's kind of a lot of information I'm just throwing at you guys right now, but that's okay. Like I said, I'm a little bit tired, so I do apologize if I seem... I feel like, I know, like, to me, it feels like my voice is strained, so I feel like I'm going to sound much worse than normal, so I apologize for that. But I think, hopefully my enthusiasm comes through. I don't know that it will, but I have my hopes. Because I really, really, really do enjoy this game. It is a lot of fun. If you are a fan of roguelike games, this is definitely one you should check out. Oh, that hurt a little bit. Alright. And as far as a lot of the roguelike games that I have played over the years, I will say this is, so far, it's not super easy, but it has been one of the easier ones that I've played. So for me, that's pretty good, because I am notoriously bad at roguelike games, even though I actually really enjoy playing them. Now, in some I'll do okay for a while, and then I'll just get, like, I don't know if it's overconfident or impatient or what, but I will end up getting myself killed. Usually due to something stupid, like I don't check something I should be fight, or I go to fight, and all of a sudden, oh, this thing's 30,000 times stronger than I am. That's not good. Alright, so we got an apple. We're not that close to leveling up, about halfway through. And we're just going to slowly go all around the map and uncover everything. And then we're essentially looking for like a weird this thing right here. This weird like tumor thing, and essentially it allows us to go to the next level of the dungeon or what have you. Well, unfortunately right now, no, I shrugged him, and then I moved on accident. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, each time you go down, there'll be a new challenge when you're playing the challenge maps, of course. And things will become more and more difficult. I'm going to throw some apples down over here. Yes. And then we'll also throw some minor healing potions. I don't know, maybe on 5 or something. I'm not sure what the pickaxe does. 3 plus 3 d4 times 2 h. Oh, that's the health point thingy. That would be the health potion. Oh no, there's a wolf or a coyote or something along those lines. So yes, you can like just hit R to rest, and it'll rest up until you're fully healed. You can hit spacebar to pass your turn, or click on yourself and you'll pass your turn. And you can heal up that way, but again, food's kind of a big deal. And as such, it's not always the best thing to try to rely on your food. Now that thing actually grabbed and pulled me into it. So I didn't really have much choice. I mean, I could have tried to run away. See? He just pulls me in. But thankfully, he's not doing a lot of damage. In fact, nothing right now has done too much damage to us. So we're pretty lucky in that regard. As long as we're fed, we will heal up on our own. Like, we don't always have to use healing potions or rest or what have you. So over time, we'll just automatically heal. Granted, it's pretty slow. It's like 0.07 per turn. Alright, we're going to get super well prepared, and there we go, 13 damage. Very nice. This guy's pretty strong, actually. Thankfully, he can't hit us very often, and when he does, we shrugged it, so it's all good. We're picking up stones just in case we end up getting a... Oh, there's something else here I missed. Sorry. An antidote. Just in case we end up getting like a sling or something along those lines. Alright, there we go. Oh, and the level up. I want to point out there's a giant beam of light, there's a sound. That's how you should level up in any game, in my opinion. It's a big deal. If you're going to level up, make it look cool. Make it look impressive. Don't just be like, oh, you leveled up, and there's just like a small icon, like a little plus on your portrait, and you're like, oh, what? Oh, I leveled up like 9 times? Oh, I didn't even realize it. Like, it should be a big deal, and I'm glad that this one draws attention to it. Also, it auto-drags you into the screen. Like, you don't get to continue on when you level up. You have to actually go and do things. I always was wondering if you could actually increase the attributes on this side. You can't. So, essentially, you get to pick your contemplation. And that basically means you get to pick one of these various different stats. Since we're a dwarf, well, no, we're Dorf the Dwarf, we're going to go with strength because we want to kill stuff with our faces. So we're going to try to do that. Ooh, I don't even know what that is. It looks like a stick or a gun or something. It's probably a wand. It's a wand of lock 1. So apparently I can lock things now. Or maybe unlock? I don't know. Jury's still out. The soundtrack is very strange. I only have one headphone on. It sounds like there's a little dude going. I like it. Alright, let's kill you or miss you a few times just because. There we go. Well, it does appear that we will actually survive this top side of the map. Ow, he hit me. No, I've been pulled. I didn't want to go. Alright, well, we slaughtered them. No big deal. NBD. I'm going to actually zoom out a little bit. I feel like we're a little too close. Like, I can't see what's coming. I like to have a little bit of visual representation of what's going down. He's going to prepare a great blow. I've prepared a great blow. We're going to see who wins. Neither one of us, really. Like, I hit him pretty hard, but he still got to swing on me, so. Also, when you level up, it does feel like you gain quite a bit in the way of HP. I think we had like 18, now we have 32. So you can take a bit more of a beating. Now, what we should do is go ahead and hit that character sheet here, and you look, we're at 44.51% satiation. Look at that, I can say words. It's fine. Right now we're basically doing like the easiest thing we can do, right? We're a warrior, we have, you know, pretty tanky awesomeness. We're a warrior, we're pretty tanky and awesome, and we're just basically melee fighting, so there's not really much there. Alright, so I went there, I clicked on it. This level feels devoid of magic. That totally works for me. And then I pressed E, and this brought me into this place. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wait my turn. I'm going to kill you, and then I'm going to attack you, and I took you down, buddy. I'm going to go ahead and wait, and then kill you. And look at that, we got our first set of armor. Actually, really the first piece of equipment at all. I mean, we didn't really get anything in the top side there. Alright, so this is 15% armor, and it only gives us 1 armor point. So, not the greatest thing. You can hit equip down here, you can double click, or you can drag. All of those work for getting the equipment around. Well, the barrels are stronger on a harder difficulty. That much is certain. It has been a long day, guys and gals. I am so happy to be able to come home and just play this. Alright, so you just saw there a trap got triggered. This rat is poisoned and he's slowly dying. And in fact, he just died. So that is a thing. There are traps. I have not, I mean, my guy's not like really designed. Like, I played a troll before, right? So again, big, strong, headbutt stuff and then kill it with your face, right? That's what I did. So same basic principle here with the dwarf, only he's a little shorter. It's fine. I have not been able to detect traps, but once they're triggered, you can walk on them and they don't do anything. Now, as you saw there... Oh, no, an apple's starting to run. As you saw there, animals can actually... Oh, we got... Did we hurt ourselves with that? Or maybe he bit us. We're going to eat the other apple. Now, rations seem to last a lot longer, whereas apples won't last long. It even says it right there, so we need to make sure we use those up. It doesn't give us a lot back. What was it, like 3% or something like that. So, definitely something to use. But yeah, traps can be triggered by enemies. That was basically the thing I was trying to spit out there. And that's pretty cool. That's not always the case. Sometimes you like walk in and you're like, oh, I hit a trap. Why didn't the enemy hit it? Well, that's not the case. Alright, so we just got hardened sandals. It only gives us a 2% coverage, but we get 6 armor points, so a little bit more mitigation. And they're attacking through the stuff. We're gonna wait 1 turn and then smash it. That's 10 points of damage. We just successfully opened a door. There's a dude chucking things at us there. Doing okay. I'm apparently swapping back and forth. Let's get a little closer here. There we go. Lots of just detritus, just junk laying on the ground. Alright, so much stuff to break. So little time. So yeah, just kind of fighting our way through. So the developer was awesome. I contacted him, it was just a couple days ago. Unfortunately, it was past my the time I was able to record for the evening, but he got back to me and sent me the code, and I was like, oh, sweet. See, there we go. I just did a trap that I had no idea was there. It's alright, it didn't do too much to me. And then the next day, I had the power outage for like good old 5 hours. It's like, stuff is keeping me from doing the things I want to do. It's not fair, but we're here. We're playing it, and we're pretty happy. And I'm going to pass out after I finish playing this. It's going to be great. Alright, so say you come across a door you can't unlock, like this. You can right-click and try to kick it. It might hurt you. It will hurt you. But it won't hurt you too bad. Probably. Maybe. Sort of. I shrugged off that door hurt. Eventually, you will kick through the door. Or die trying. I'm hoping that we kick through... Like, I've never actually had it last this long. There we go. So I kicked through the door. I mean, there was really no point. I could have just gone around. It's not that big of a deal. We did pick up a new item. Now, I would like to take a look at that. It is a steel hand axe. It does 3 and 2. This does 3 and 2. I don't know that it's any different. This one's enchanted. It has an additional to hit rating increase of 3. And it has an additional flat damage increase of 2. So it's plus 4 and then 1d4. Whereas this one is 2 plus 1d. Yeah, so this is definitely better. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put that in there. It is sweet, sweet, nice styles. And yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. There we go. So we're a little bit more tanky at this point. I think I'm probably going to rest. Again, I know it's not the best idea because we're skipping turns and essentially making everything worse by doing that. But we just dropped that guy. We do seem to be hitting more often, so that is a good thing. Oh, goody. Explosions. Well, that didn't actually do too much to me. Alright, we are starting to get hungry, as you can see over here. Our tummy meter says, you must eat food. And we're like, but we don't want to eat food. We're dwarves. We want to eat food all the time. Let's admit it. Food eating is kind of a good thing. Kind of a big deal. Oh, boy. Alright, friend. I missed. That's the worst. Alright, there we go. Well, he did. So, yeah. This is Rogue Empire, ladies and gentlemen. It's a lot of fun. I really like it. I really like it a lot. I like the fact that it's got multiple ways you can move around. So for the elitists that want to have like every keyboard command and shortcut you can conceivably and possibly think of, they have an app for that. No, they have that situation on lockdown for you guys. They have a map if you choose to use it. If not, you can just go by memory. Increase the amount of enemies by 1. That's totally fine. All right, I think it's time for us to actually just eat some of our rations. All right, we're no longer hungry. I'm sure it had a negative effect on us too if we were hungry, which we were. All right, we're gonna open that, and we have big guy here. He's preparing. He's still preparing. He did. All right, this guy right here. This is a boss of some sort. So we need to come up with a way of defeating him, which is probably going to end up having to do with drinking a lot of health potions. Because as you can see, we're getting kind of slaughtered a lot. Alright, I killed the snake. And short of, oops, me misclicking, I think we've got this guy. I mean, he's still hurting us. But there we go. And we leveled up. And when you level up, of course, you fully heal, which is great. Another thing I'm very, very happy to see. I like that a lot. We're going to go again with strength. What you see here, there's 1 to intelligence. You get 2 HP just straight up. And, of course, you got 2 health potions here. I generally am going to probably refrain from getting items. Just because stat upgrades just seem like the better play all around. And we get plus 9 more for the HP, I think. I think it's plus 9 more. So, yeah, we went from 34 to 43. And then we get to draw a talent card. Well, we get to draw 3 or 4 things. One's locked. And essentially we got great strength, which gives us 6 strength permanently. Trap prepared armor. Essentially 40% effects, 40% less effects from traps. And study target 1. Studies the target. Any attack against a target applies a -1 strength and a -1 agility modifier. I like that. That's going to actually help with boss fights. I think that's a good choice. I need to select the ability. Alright, there it is. Alright, so right there we got some stitched fur and got a whole bunch of other stuff. So I just looted everything off that guy. We have a large ration. We have a regular bow. Now there is a weapon wheel here. I say weapon wheel. There's 2 different sets of weapons. So I'm going to get the bow there. I don't know that I have any... arrows. I probably do, but actually it's looking like I don't. I don't think I have any arrows. Well, that's unfortunate. So we have a bow. I mean, that's kind of cool. Yeah, we have no ammo. This is where you can actually go ahead and filter whatever you're looking for. You're like, oh, where's my ranged bow weapons? Right now we don't have any, but if we did, it would be over here and be like, oh, there it is. And then you just go ahead and you would double click it. And yeah, anyway, we're going to swap that. W will also swap that on the world map, as you can see there. Or the overview map, or whatever you want to call it. Wait, I attacked that? Oh, there was a barrel there. I was like, wait a minute. What's that? Did this just get like super red? Oh, because we're at the edge of the map. Okay, I'm like, did this just get redder? I feel like it's a little more red than it was previously. Oh boy. Oh, I hope there's not a lot of ranged people in there. Like, I'm okay with them coming in the hallway dying one at a time, but there's a whole bunch of ranged people in there just doing ranged people things. I'm less okay with it. Alright, we got some small rations, some mana potions, wand of nature. Oh, we just got ourselves some arrows. Look at that. Bam. Okay, so now we can do ranged things. I don't know what this is. Something smashed. Oh, I unlocked a door with a key that I didn't need to unlock. How convenient. Alright, I have my bow and the arrows out. I am ready to go around and shoot stuff like Robin Hood. I feel like there's a pretty large area here that we just didn't get. Now, there are... Oh, what are they called? There are vendors that show up on the map, and there'll be a little icon on the left-hand side that says, somewhere there's a merchant on this map. I like that it's kind of random. It happens. People wander in. But it also comes up with, if you don't find him soon, he'll disappear, which stresses me out. And there's no indication really on the map as to where he is. Alright, a place of dwindling magic. You never saw a place so devoid of the magical threads of the world. You finally endured it, relying mainly on your body. It makes you think of how boring a world would be without magic. Okay, do I choose one of these, or did I got plus... Okay. And here we are. We got champions. Some foul enchantment is preventing any kind of natural healing in this. Oh. That's rough. Alright, we whipped out our axe and shield, and we just took care of those two. So no natural healing, so I'm going to have to be very cautious moving around and doing some stuff. But we're nearly out of time, guys and gals, but I think I got to show off, pretty much what the game has to offer. I mean, I can't wait to see what it does when it's fully released. I can't wait to see and play the campaign, both the, quote-unquote first-time playing campaign and the main campaign. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And I am definitely looking forward to that. The reason I opted not to do that this time around is because I want us to be able to hop in and start playing the game and not have to rehash all the stuff that we've already done. So I figured we just kind of play with basically the free mode at this point and just enjoy it. So that's what we did. Sorry about that, folks. Anyhow, if you want to know more about the game, where to get the game information on the developer, or any of that wonderful fun stuff, it'll all be down below in the description of the video, as it always is, and various links. And let me know what you thought of this first look video, guys and gals. And again, once it fully releases, we will hop in, we'll play some of the campaign, and see what that has to offer. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and plenty of other stuff, I can assure you. Thousands of videos out there, guys and gals. I've crested over the 6,000 mark. You got a lot of catching up to do. Anyway, until the very next first look video, the very next episode of this, or whatever it is that you choose to watch, I want to thank you guys for stopping by the Freak Show. My name's Bumpy McSquigums, and I'll see you later.